Likert Scale Introduction. It was named after psychologist Francis Likert, who developed it in 1932. It is one of the most commonly used scaling techniques. It was developed to measure the attitudes, values and feelings of people. Primary original version of the scale was developed with 5-point scale: strongly agree, uncertain, disagree and strongly disagree, containing the mixture of positive and negative declarative statements regarding measuring variables. In recent times, one can even observe the Likert scale with 4-point: strongly agree, moderately agree, disagree and uncertain. Also 7-point Likert scale is there: very strongly agree, uncertain, disagree, strongly disagree and very strongly disagree. Scaling categories. Definition: Likert scale is a composite measurement scale used to measure attitudes, values, feelings of the people that involves summation of scores on the set of positive and negative declarative statements regarding measuring variables to which respondents are asked to indicate the degree of agreement or disagreement. A Likert scale is a type of rating scale used to measure attitudes or options. With this scale, respondents are asked to rate items on a level of agreement, for example strongly agree. Uses of Likert scale: to measure the attitudes, values and feeling for the people about specific concepts such as situations, people, places, objects, programs, practices, policies and so on. This scale is used to have quantified measurement of the qualitative attributes of people, suggest feelings, values and attitudes. It is used to assess the options of the respondents about a particular abstract concept. It collects the opinions of people with various attitudes, emotions and feelings towards a particular concept. Characteristic of Likert scale: psychology measurement tool. Likert scale is basically a psychological measurement tool to assess the attitudes, values and feelings of people about the specific concepts. Illustrative in nature. This scale is generally illustrative in nature, where each element in a scale is stated in an explicitly illustrative way so that a person can make a clear judgment about the degree of agreement or disagreement with the particular item on the scale. Neutral statements. This must contain neutral statements without incorporation of any base of the researcher. Bipolar scaling method. This is composed of alternative positive and negative declarative statements so that respondents' casual response bias can be eliminated. Here positive statement gets high score with agreement and negative statements get high score with disagreement. Which statement measurement of the specific number of scaling categories. This scale was originally developed with 5 scaling categories, but later scales can be developed with 4, 6 and even 7 scaling categories. Scoring of the Likert scale. Scoring of the Likert scale is done on the basis of type of statement and level of respondents' agreement with statement. For a positive statement, respondents get highest score if there is agreement with statement. However, in case of negative statement, respondent gets highest score if there is a disagreement with statement or vice versa. Advantages of Likert scale. It is relatively easy to construct this scale. It is considered more reliable and valid tool to measure psychosocial variables. It is easy to administer, since respondents only have to tick in spaces provided against of each statement. It is less time-consuming during construction and administration. To measure the social attitude Likert scale is used, it provides most precise and definite response towards an issue. The method of construction of Likert scale is less cumbersome, responses are gathered in a standardized way, relatively quick to collect information, can be collected from a large portion of a group, results are generalizable, reduce bias. They are unidimensional because they only give a certain amount of choices. Previous questions will have influenced responses to any further questions that have been asked. A Likert scale is a type of rating scale used to measure attitudes or options. With this scale, respondents are asked to rate items on a level of agreement, for example strongly agree. Disadvantages of Likert scale. In Likert scale, respondents may feel forced to answer the questions against all pre-planned items and their categories. Feelings of the respondents may not be fully assessed due to researchers' pre-planned statements and categories. difficulty in justifying the selection of the number of categories and numerical assignment of these categories. Gives participants a wide range of choices which may make them feel more comfortable. Casual approach of respondents in the scales provide misleading data.